having cash in your limited company is a risk, as is having any wealth in your limited company is a risk, because if anything happens to that limited company, everything goes down with it. So if you've got a successful limited company, it's built up 250 grand's worth of cash, say, then it goes to court, it gets a court case against them, everything can go down with it. So it's any wealth you've got in there that is a risk. But what we see a lot of is cash, and it's because the owners don't want to take cash out of the business to incur higher rate tax on it. So you know, and that makes perfect sense. You know, why would I take money out of my limited company, take 10 grand out, let's say, and pay 35% dividend tax on it, which is the rate from April 2026, 35.75%. Why would I pay £3.5 grand tax on my £10,000 when I can just leave it in my limited company? So that's why they don't want to do it, and I perfectly understand that. But there is a balance, because once it's out of the limited company in your domain, it's sort of ring fenced outside of the limited company. So there is a balance. Now, I'm not saying just to suck up that amount of tax, but it's about sort of de-risking things. So it could be take out a little bit of cash, it could be leave a little bit in, it could be a holding company, it could be putting something into pension. It's just de-risking the business, because what you see is that number build up and up. If someone's got a very successful business and they're not willing to take money out of the company, that builds up and up and up. So it can become quite a problem. The other issue you have as well is if you have got too much cash, at some point HMRC can say, you've got too much cash, we're no longer classing you as a trading company, we think you're an investment company, which changes some of your reliefs on sale of the business, on your business property relief. That's a grey area where it may be one you need to argue with HMRC, but that's the risk you face with that as well. So yeah, having too much cash is a risk, probably a nice risk to have, but it's something to consider how to de-risk and get to a level of something that you're comfortable with.